The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
Today. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. We are definitely up and at it. TGIF to everybody that's joining on X. Go ahead and hit that heart button and hit that share button. On YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button. On TikTok, just keep smashing that like screen. We are definitely up and at it this morning. We're going to look at these markets. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see what we got going on this Friday. TGIF to everybody. Let's go. We're up. We're at it. We're rocking it this morning, man. We're going to get into it. Good morning. Good morning. So it is definitely a good morning, man. It's cold out here where I'm at, man. It's cold, man. We got some real cold weather setting in for us, man. So we're definitely bracing for that. But happy Halloween, man. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. If you celebrate Halloween, happy Halloween to you. Like I said, as you guys come into the chat, go ahead and like and share. And if you're over there on TikTok, go ahead and keep smashing that like screen because we're up, we're at it, we're doing our thing. TGIF, Junior TGIF, Selmo TGIF. We're gonna let everybody roll on in here this morning. You guys got me for like an hour, and then we're gonna do our thing for an hour, and then we're gonna get after it, man. But yeah, definitely it's Friday, baby. It's Friday. Friday morning for us here in the United States. So let's go ahead, let's get right in, let's get right after this thing, let's do this thing. What do you say, Selmo DG celebrating Halloween? Laughing out loud. I just said, yay, happy Halloween, man. Mr. Clean, yeah, baby. You know, I got my baldy going on, baby. Come on, man. You know me. I'm straight baldy. But yeah, we're gonna definitely get into the markets today. Got a lot going on in the markets. A lot of good stuff, actually. A lot of people are bearish on this market. I'm bullish on this market. I'm definitely bullish on this market. Definitely bullish about where we're headed, where we're going, what we're doing, and how we're going to get there if we do it the right way. So what do we got going on in the markets, man? My man Curtis, good morning. Where the hell you been, Curtis? Where you been, baby? You cheating on me, Curtis? You ain't been around for a minute. You cheating on me, Curtis? So what we got going on in the markets today? Let's go. Like this stream, share this stream out, man. Get this thing out there. If you're on X, like I said, share it out, like it. If you're on YouTube, share it out, like it. If you're on TikTok, just keep smashing that screen, y'all. TikTok likes to see them like buttons. I see we're lagging behind over there on TikTok, so go ahead and hit that. Keep smashing that the like screen over there on TikTok. Well, let's go ahead. Let's get into the market, y'all. So you guys know when we're in the market, I do fall behind on my chat a little bit, but I will try my best to catch up, man. Making the dry powder. All right, Curtis, man. It's a perfect time to make that dry powder, man. Make that dry powder, put it because the market is primed. It's primed for you to make money. When the MC goes to 4.5, what should be what should be the next move when the market goes to 4.5 trillion? What's the next move? The next move is to slowly start dipping out of your crypto. Literally at a 4.5 trillion dollar market cap, it's the move is to slowly start dripping out. Start taking profits. If you're a long-term holder, if you've been holding, because I think that's when the market's going to start taking off a little bit. But the whole key is don't round trip your bags, right? And I would stay out. I would only have about 1% of your portfolio invested in low market cap meme coins, and that's gonna be a rough ride right there. PC report this PCE report this morning. Yeah. But I think PCE will come in okay this morning. I think we'll be just fine. I don't think we'll have an issue with PCE. I think we'll be good. I think it'll come in probably a little bit cooler than what's expected. Actually, CPI came in a little bit cooler than what was expected. So I think PCE will come in a little bit cooler than expected as well. I think we'll be all right with PCE. Let's go ahead and get into the markets though. Asian markets, they closed up. They didn't trade that well. They didn't trade that well at all. But they're closed, so we're moving on. We got the European markets; they're all in red. That's why Ken's not in here. Ken's over there dumping his freaking profits in the market, dumping the European market for me while I'm streaming. He's been doing that the last couple of streams, just dumping the market on us. He's just dumping the market, man. Good morning, Ken. Good morning. There you are. You done dumping the market, man? So all the DGs that are coming in, man, like and share on all platforms and on TikTok. Keep smashing the screen, man. We're falling behind on the likes. Let's go. Keep smashing the screen. So the European markets, Ken's over there dumping them. He's in the chat now, so maybe we can get some green on there. Maybe we can get some green. The clock's going back. Yeah, the clock. Well, I think this weekend in the United States, we set our clocks back. Ken over there in the EU, I know you guys might be a little earlier, or a little later. I'm not sure. But here in the United States, our pre-markets right now, they don't look too bad. The Nasdaq's in green, the S&P's in green, and the Dow's just slightly in red. It's just slightly in red. It's not bad. Ken got a new friend. He's with the former Royal. Yo, why you putting Ken up in there with that dude, man? Ken ain't over there messing with them kids, man. But we got the pre-markets here in the United States. They don't look too bad, man. The Dow is the only one that's in red right now. It's just slightly in red. So we shall see. We shall see what's going on. Yo, thanks for all the chats over there on TikTok as well too, man. I swear to God, as I'm going through the market, I will fall behind a little bit, but I'll do my best to catch up, man. Let's look and see what's going on. Nvidia's killing it right now. $5 trillion company, first one in the United States to reach that market cap. So they're killing it. YouTube, TV, and Disney are fighting. So Disney and pulled all their channels off of YouTube TV, including ESPN and everybody else, man, which is just craziness. But we shall see. We shall see. Apple killed their earnings, man. And their stock is absolutely on fire right now, sitting at $271. Absolutely on fire. Nvidia's on fire, sitting at 202 right now. And Amazon is absolutely on a monster tear this morning as they beat their earnings. And it's all about cloud computing, right? It's all about cloud computing. It's all about how can these cloud industries really maximize AI, right? That's really what we're talking about. Perp, yeah, we'll prepare for both scenarios. You have to, Arthur. You got to prepare for both, right? We're preparing for a monster run up, and we're preparing for a pullback. There's some things you got to watch out for in the cryptocurrency market, which we'll get into today. There's some things that are going on over there today in this weekend that could affect the market, and we'll get into them. One is that you have a lot of you got a lot of derivatives that are coming due today. A lot of options. We're talking millions and millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin options that are coming due today. They'll expire today, and that could hurt the price. I think that's what people were pricing in yesterday, to tell you the truth. But yeah, and then you have Coinbase's exchange going down. I believe it's today for upgrades, and Kraken to follow tomorrow for upgrades, or it might be Saturday and Sunday. I can't remember, but they're back-to-back days. So both of them exchanges are kind of going through upgrades. So there won't be a lot of trading going on over there because they're going to be shut down. And I think yesterday, and maybe even a little bit today, is going to be really a byproduct of the options that are expiring, which are a tremendous amount of options are expiring, huge amount on Bitcoin, which will affect these markets. And also Coinbase going down for a little bit, and Kraken going down for a little bit. And Kraken has absolutely made some major upgrades to their website, to their exchange, and they've actually accumulated a lot of users over there. So that is that's going to affect the price a little bit, just because they have so many users over there. So Coinbase and Kraken, and it's just interesting to me how you have all of these options expiring at the same time that Kraken and Coinbase are kind of going down for a minute. So you call it what you want. I think it's a little bit of a. I don't think it's a coincidence. I said it. I said it every time. They use my Nvidia. Yo, Nvidia is on fire, man. I told you guys to buy Nvidia at $99. Me and Selma were out of here screaming to buy Nvidia at $99. You'd have been absolutely smoking it if you would have just listened. So what do we got going on in the cryptocurrency market right now? What do you got going on? What we got going on? Where we at, baby? Where we at? We got Bitcoin sitting at 109.9, baby, 109,000, tipping at 110. We were at 110 just a little bit earlier this morning. Got Ethereum sitting at $3,850. Ethereum's struggling a little bit right now. They definitely they're not running with Bitcoin, so they're struggling. But I do think that'll turn around a little bit going into this weekend. BNB sitting at $1,090 right now. So BNB still holding that $1,000 mark, y'all. BNB is still up there a little bit. So we got it. And people wondering how my portfolio is holding. Yo, my portfolio is holding strong, Curtis, because we were buying during a bear market, baby. So cost of entry was low. Trump must have said Nvidia. Nvidia is doing well, man. Nvidia is going to do well regardless, right? Damn right, Curtis says. Damn right. Because we was buying during the bear market. Yo, not enough likes out here. So smash that like button, smash that share button. TikTok keeps smashing the screen. We're about to get into crypto right now. We're about to look at it. BNB, like I said, is holding on to that $1,000 mark over there, doing its thing. And we got Solana sitting at 186 and a half right now, 186 and a half. Hold on, baby. Solana, hold on, baby. Let's go on a run, baby. Solana gonna do his thing. And we got XRP sitting at $2.45 right now. Ooh, lost 250. Lost 250. That was big for XRP. They needed. I was kind of hoping that they held on to that 250. But let's see if we can get back up 250 today. 250 is a key mark for XRP. Got to hold it, baby. Got to hold it. Got to hold it. I'm still in the meme. Yeah, I'm still into my memes too. I still hold Pepe. I still hold XPX 6900, and I still hold Pudgy Penguin. But I do think that we're gonna have a short meme coin season. We are definitely gonna have a short meme coin season. This bull run. It's not gonna be anything like what people expected our last bull run. We're in an institutional bull run. 2.3 billion limit order. Wait, $2.38 limit order set. Okay. On XRP, Curtis, $2.38 limit order. November, let's go. Yeah, I think we'll be good in November. I think crypto's going to be just fine, man. People got to just relax a little bit. Crypto's going to be just fine. Yeah. I do think that, we'll pull back a little bit, but we're going to be okay. And people get way too emotional and sketchy. The whole key is your entry point, right? If you get a good entry point on any crypto or any altcoin, that's the key. Is then you can hold on. And the other key that people fall off on all the time is once you get to a 2 or 3x, you got to take your initials out of any project. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's XRP. I don't care if it's Pudgy Penguin. I don't care if it's shit but Inu. If you get up 3x, you got to get your initials out of there. And then you're riding free. And, a lot of people wait way too long to get their initials out. Way too long. And they end up round tripping bags. And it is what it is, man. Like you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink, man. And I keep telling you guys, the faster you can get your initials out, the better off you are. December 1st sell off. We always have a sell off in December just because of tax season, holiday season, stuff like that. So yeah, but I think we're gonna pump up into November. I think we're gonna be fine. Pay yourself, yeah, Curtis. You got to pay yourself. You always got to pay yourself. You pay yourself back. At least get your own money out, right? Tap that screen over there on TikTok. Ain't got enough likes over there. Ain't got enough likes. Tap. YouTube and X. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button. So what we got? We got the fear and greed index sitting at 31 right now. We're still in fear. It's starting to come up a little bit though. We're starting to move that needle just slightly. And we got altcoin season sitting at 30 out of 100, up slightly since Wednesday when we were at 26, but the market cap is starting to come down. We got $3.69 trillion in market cap right now. Gotta get to that $4 trillion mark. That's so key for us to get to that $4 trillion market cap, and we got to work our way back up there. I don't think it'll be today, but if we can just start inching our way back up there, I think we'll be fine. ETF inflows and outflows. We had a negative day yesterday on the market. A negative $669.4 million came out of the ETFs yesterday in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin obviously leading the way with 488 million coming out, and Ethereum with another 181 million coming out of its ETFs. So big negative outflow yesterday from the ETF. See if we can't flip that around today. We got the Bitcoin dominance absolutely ticking up. This is not what you want to see for altcoin season. I keep telling you guys this. Until Bitcoin dominance gets down to 55, we're still in Bitcoin season. It's got to be 55 or and trending down, right? So We're at 59.4% right now, and that number is going up, which is not what you want to see for altcoin season. Ethereum sitting at 12.6% right now in dominance. Gotta want to see Ethereum right around that 14% mark right now, and that's when we know we're getting ready to run, right? Got to get Ethereum back up to that 14% mark. What do we got for longs and shorts? Sitting at $912.97 billion. This is a big deal because this kind of tells you where the price is going, right? This kind of tells you where the market makers are going to start liquidating people. You see a bunch of long liquidations sitting up here. Sitting up here. We got 50x, a ton of 50x leverage sitting up here on Binance. Right around $8.9 million sitting there on 50x. And believe it or not, you would think that people would learn a lesson messing around with all this 100x leverage, but they haven't learned the lesson, so they'll learn the hard way. Sitting there, you got 100x leverage. You got $34.43 million sitting up there at 100x leverage on longs, waiting to be liquidated up top of there. You would think that people would learn a lesson, but they don't. So you know what I say to these guys that are sitting up here on 100x leverage? I say the market makers, go up there and liquidate them. Just go liquidate them. It is what it is. That's the only way you're going to learn. That's the only way they're going to learn not to be playing with 50 to 100x leverage on any project. Just go liquidate them, get them out of the market so that we're never going to run with that much liquidity sitting up there because the market makers are always going to go grab it. So unfortunately, people got to learn lessons the hard way, and they gonna learn. They're gonna learn. They're probably gonna learn this weekend. They're gonna learn. Ethereum and Bitcoin are her Trojan horses. Ethereum and Bitcoin are the big dogs. They the dogs. They them dogs, Junior. Bitcoin and Ethereum, they them dogs, baby. When you talk about crypto, they the dogs. Everybody else is a cat. Bitcoin and Ethereum are them dogs. If they fork Bitcoin, they're not gonna fork Bitcoin. They tried to fork Bitcoin already. Litecoin tried to fork over Bitcoin. Litecoin is nothing more than a fork of Bitcoin, and then they put it on steroids, and we see where Litecoin is right now. Litecoin's basically, call it what you want, man. There's nobody building on Litecoin. There's no volume over there. As you can see, Litecoin came out with their ETF, and it absolutely just fell flat on its face. But we got Ondo integration with Chainlink to power institutional adoption of tokenized stocks and ETFs. Here we go. Been telling you guys about Ondo for a long time, baby. Here we go. BlackRock ain't playing around with this one. The BlackRock ain't playing around with Ondo. Ondo's price has been suppressed for so long from institutions. They keep it around 69 to 75 cents. But when they take their foot off the neck of Ondo and they let this thing run, this thing's gonna move. This thing's gonna move like crazy. Should tell us something. Yeah, well, they're not forking Bitcoin. I mean, anybody who tries just to fork the Bitcoin blockchain and make it Bitcoin's historical value. That's what it is, right? Let's just call it what it is. Blockchain is shit. It's slow. It's clunky. It's crap. It's all about historic value, just like gold. So that's what it is. But I'll tell you what, man, it is the new digital gold. Let's not make any mistake about that. It is the digital gold. So they're doing exactly what they need to be doing. What did it say? If it's forked from. Yeah, it does tell me something, Junior. It tells me that nobody gives a shit about Litecoin. You know what I mean? That's what it tells me. You know, that's exactly what it tells me. And you know, it is what it is. I mean, Bitcoin's in a league of its own. It's all by itself. You can't compare any other crypto to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's by itself. Nobody's gonna catch Bitcoin in market cap ever. So that, and people who talk like that is just crazy talk. That's just crazy talk. That's crazy talk. You know, Bitcoin, the way that it's built is completely separate and distinct from everybody. And it's if you look at it, like, it moves the market, man. Like, who's catching this? There's gonna be no forks, there's gonna be no nothing, right? So, you know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? You got 3.69 trillion dollars in market cap in cryptocurrency right now. That's all you got. That's a small market cap. And 59.4% of that market cap is tied up in coin. Over half. Over half of that market cap is all Bitcoin, which means everybody else gets the scraps, right? And not only is half of that tied up in Bitcoin, right? But another 12.6% of that market cap is tied up in Ethereum, right? So when you're putting them two numbers right there together, right? I mean, you look at it, you're looking at 70, almost, well, let's just call it an even 70%, 70 to 75% of the total, all of it together, the total market cap of crypto are tied up in them two tokens right there. So everybody else is just getting scraps, right? I mean, you're just getting, what portion of that market cap do you really have? You know what I'm saying? Like, if two tokens hold about 70% of the total market cap, like, is any other crypto really holding a large number of that 3.9%? I mean, that $3.9 trillion in market cap? No, not really. Not really. It's like you got daddy, you got mama, and then you got a whole bunch of redheaded stepchildren. And we love redheaded stepchildren. But they are who they are, and you got to treat them. You got to treat them like they are, right? They are what they are, and you know, numbers don't lie. Like, these numbers are real, right? They're real. Like, there's 70% of this market cap, 70 to 75% of this market cap is wrapped up in two projects and two tokens. You love redheads. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, I mean, when we look at it, Sam Bankman-Fried's making the news again. Does anybody really care? Not really. Not really. Not really. No, nobody really cares about Sam anymore. He's done. That's he's wrecked a lot of people. He's killed a lot of people's crypto dreams. So, you know, we'll just leave Sam alone. Say got a Robinhood listing yesterday. SEI got a Robinhood listing. It didn't go well. It didn't go well for them. Tim Ski, what's going on, brother? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, but what you say, Tim Ski? Let's see. Junior, guys are chatting it up for me over there. Let me get back. Yeah. Yeah, but what about Well, what about Caroline? Nobody really cares about Caroline either anymore. I mean, them guys, they're dead. That's dead issues for me at least. Like I don't really have much to say about Sam, Caroline. You know what they did. What they did is what they did. Man, they sent us. Them two right there sent us deep into a bear market. We were already in a bear market, but they sent us deep into a bear market. So I mean, I ain't mad. I ain't mad because like we was buying. We was buying the hell out of that bear market. We was buying, baby. We was loading up. So I ain't mad. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. But yeah, Say got it. Say got their Robinhood listing. I mean, obviously it didn't do too well. With because the whole market was down. But I think it's much like virtual, right? Virtual got a Robinhood listing. And it took a couple days. And once the market kind of turned around, virtual has got to be up 50%. I think when I seen it listed on Robinhood, when it initially got the Robinhood listing, I think it was like 75 cents, and now it's like up to $1.40 something. So, you know, as the market turns around, that's going to end up being a big deal for Say. I've been saying this for a long time. You guys in the chat will understand what I'm saying. People underestimate a Robinhood listing because that's where the big money is. That's where the stock market is. That's where the stock market people are. So, you know, if you can get over there and you can put yourself in front of the stock market, that's a whole hell of a, to me, that's a whole lot more valuable than getting like a Kraken listing or something like that. But yeah, say SEI is definitely over there. So SEI. Over there on TikTok, you guys are asking what Say is. It's SEI. It's SEI. They got the listing over there on Robinhood. So, you know, I'm just saying, like, I really like Say. I like Say as a blockchain. Will it make a major run? I don't know. We'll see. But I think that the listing over there on Robinhood is gonna serve them well. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as this market starts to take this turn, right? It starts to take this turn. But SEI, baby, SEI. What we got going on the hourly? Oh boy, we're looking a little red today. Zcash, where is Zcash at? $365. Zcash been on an absolute freaking rocket shit, man. Privacy protocols are kind of where it is right now, right? That's kind of what we're talking about. That's kind of where it is. Everybody's going privacy. Zcash has been on an absolute monster run, man. Look, I've been waiting for the dip on Zcash for a minute. The dip came the other day. Obviously, you guys know I'm trading the market right now. My bags are packed as far as my spot bags, but I'm actually leverage trading the market right now. So I was waiting for a dip on Zcash to go ahead and get a nice long in there. Got a nice long on a 10x leverage, you know, because we're conservative. I'm conservative on my leverage over here because we ain't gonna be stupid and we're not gonna be dummies and put 50x to 100x leverage on a project, and then, you know, because we're not in it for the short term, we're looking for that ride up, right? We're looking for that massive ride up. So yeah, I did see the little bit of a dip the other day, got into Zcash, put a long on there, but that thing has been on an absolute damn rocket shit, man. But privacy is the way right now. That's the meta that's going on right now. Privacy, and Zcash is definitely cashing in on that meta. Down 5% today. I might double down on that. 364. I might double down on that one today. See how far down it goes. Aster's on a good run to the upside right here, sitting on 99 cents. See if Aster can get back above $1. We know that CZ's back in that. CZ's back in that project right there, and obviously that's the perpetual DEX that Binance is really pushing at this point. We got SPX 6900 sitting over here at 89 cents. Oh, what an entry going on over here, baby. What an entry going on for SPX 6900. I love it. It's like a reset. Yo, I get pumped up, man, because this is like a reset, baby. So this market, everybody, oh my God, this market, this market, this market. Here's the one thing you got to worry. The one thing you got to look at about this market and kind of where we are, instead of looking at it as such of a negative thing that the market pulled back, look at it and say, okay, what do I not have enough of? What ran that I wasn't in the last time the market was up, right? So how can I reposition myself to be better when this market really turns around, right? A lot of people are, oh my God, my back. Listen, this is like the repositioning moments happen not too often in crypto, but when you're able to get them, you have to take advantage of them, right? So, like, I have repositioned my portfolio, repositioned myself, got out of some projects that weren't running, right? Took a L on some projects that weren't running, transitioned that capital into projects that did run last time that look like they got a good upside to run again as this market starts to turn around. Hopefully recoup some of my the L's that I took. I took some L's. We all take L's. Reposition that money and into better projects. And I didn't reposition my money into any project outside of the top 200. None. So there's so many bargains right now in the top 200. Why would you reposition anywhere else other than there, right? So, I'm just saying to y'all, like, take advantage of the market that's in front of your face, right? And if you're in a project and it didn't quite do what you wanted it to do, now might be the time to throw that capital somewhere else. And that's really what's going on, right? Like, people are repositioning. People should be repositioning right now. Uh, you take a project like ZBEC, right? I mean, not ZBEC. Oh, Jesus Christ, don't get me to saying ZBEC. That project right there, boy. We ain't going up. We ain't in there. We ain't in there. We ain't in there. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, we ain't in there. We ain't going to ZBEC. I don't think that project's gonna run. Uh, let's see here. Let me see what I got going on in this chat. I mean, I think it'll run. I think it'll do okay, but I don't think it's going to do. I don't think it's going to do the numbers that everybody's talking about. It's going to do. Would you rather be invested in a project like ZBET, or would you rather be invested in a project like XLM? I think your better chance is XLM to run. That's where institutional money is. Let's see, be good. Be good. Everybody is. Be good. Everybody's family. Everybody is family, man. But I look at it, and if you follow the institutional money, right? Well, let's just go ahead and have a look. Like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Let's look at where we're at, and you look at it on a year, right? You just look at this thing on a year basis, right? Let's pull this chart back for one straight year, right? The top 200, and let's have a look here, right? Maybe we can get my crew over here. Let me get excuse me, get my TikTok crew over here real quick. Look at this thing on a year. Maybe you guys can see it. I don't think you guys can see it. I don't think you guys can see it, so you guys aren't going to be able to see the screen. But let's look at this thing on a year, right? Let's do what we do for a year, and just have a look at that while I fix this, right? And you guys tell me what you think of them bubbles on a yearly basis, right? Tell me what you think, right? Where do you think institutions are putting their money right now? Right? Where do you think institutions are putting their money? You know, where where do you think that money's going? That money's going in ZBET, HBAR, XRP, XDC is getting some cred right now. XLM is up. You look at BNB, where BNB came from 200, from $400 all the way up to over $1,000. You look at Zcash is on 851% move right now over the year. XRP is on a 377% move over the year, right? Over 1 year. We're just talking 1 year. XRP is on a 76% move on a year. Kronos is at a 92.4% move over the year, right? And Zcash and Dash are kind of competing with each other when it comes to privacy protocols. So look where Dash is over the year, 99.6% up, almost 100% on your money. Look at Virtual over there on base, right? Virtual 297% up on a year, right? Aave is a project that is absolutely just killing it. 39% on a year. And you know, let's Quant 32% on a year. Just look at where we're at on a yearly basis. Tell me where the institutions are putting their money. Chainlink 33% on the year. I can tell you where the institutions are not putting their money. I can tell you where they're not putting it. Anywhere there is a red circle right here. Anywhere there's a red circle, I can tell you that institutions are not putting their money. You look at FET. We're big on FET, right? We're huge on FET as an AI protocol. The dev team, they got an intermingle fight. They messed that whole project up. It's down 1.5% on the year. It was, 81% on the year. It was up on the year. And the devs could mess that up, right? Literally, they messed that up. Damn, I'm way behind on the chat. Scottish, what's going on, man? This outrun. If we have them, we'll send a select few. You're right. Here's where I think, Scottish, and we've talked about this here for a minute, right? This altcoin run, everybody's going to look at it like it's the typical altcoin run that the market's always had, right? I'm telling you, if you look at it that way, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. This altcoin run is going to be institutional based. And this is why I keep telling you guys to follow the money, right? There's not enough retail money in the space. And people do not have money like they had in the prior bull runs. They don't have the expendable capital to spend. Look at inflation. Look at how much people are hurting out here in the world. They don't have the money to put into the market. So retail investment will be limited in this market, which is why I'm telling you guys the meme coin run in this bull run will be very short-lived. It will not be like it was before. It will be very short-lived, very short. I mean, when the meme coins start running, right? When you see a Pepe running, when you see a Pudgy Penguin run, when you see all of these guys going on a parabolic run, you better get out. It's going to be short. It's going to be very, 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 very short. Because understand, that is the amount of money that's in retail right now. You got to get out. You got to get it in. You got to get out. And these institutional plays will run the bull market. H-bar, 299% up on the year. That is not retail money. XRP, 377% on the year, not retail money. ZBEC, 846% on the year, not retail. Crow made a good move, up 92% for the year. That's not me and you. That's not me and you. We might be in them projects. We might be in them projects. And we might be riding on the back of the institutional investors. Understand, take your piece of the pie. Take your piece of, don't round trip that bag. I'm telling you, don't round trip that bag. Don't round your whole mindset this bull run should be not to round trip a bag, right? Don't hang on to anything outside of Bitcoin for the next bull run. Because when the market comes back down into the bear market, we're going to rinse and repeat this cycle. Don't hold on to anything. I don't care if it's XRP. I don't care if it's XLM. I don't care if it's Ondo. I don't care if it's Leo. I don't care if it's Pi. I don't care if it's Ethereum. I don't care what it is. If it's not Bitcoin, don't hang on to it for the bear market. Sell it in the bull market. You're going to get a better price in the bear market. Do not round trip your bags. And anybody that sits in front of these screens and says, oh, hold, baby, hold, baby, hold, baby, we're going to Valhalla. Stop following them. Stop. Just stop. There is no Valhalla. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, right? What exists is that money that you see on your exchange or in your wallet, and it's not real money until it's in your bank account, right? You don't have that money until you put it in your bank account. Like that. Tap that screen on that one. That's some truth that not everybody will tell you. Tap that screen on that. Tap, tap. March is what I is what I'm betting on. I'm betting on market cap, Curtis. When we get to $4.5 billion in market cap, you better start really looking at your bags and going, all right, when am I going to start taking my profit? When am I going to start taking my profit off the table right now in this market? At $4.5 trillion market cap in cryptocurrency, you better start looking around and going, okay, what is my plan to get out? How am I going to dump? At what point am I going to start to dump my crypto? Right. And I'm telling you guys straight up, I've been 100% honest with you guys, 100% straightforward. At the end of this bull market, and I'm not going to say that I'm going to time it perfectly. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to leave some money on the table. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm going to absolutely time the top of the market, because anybody who tells you that's a fool. But what I will tell you is at the end of it, when I think it's the end, or we're getting close to the end of the bull market, I'm not going to be holding any altcoins. I'm not going to be holding any meme coins. The only thing I'm going to be holding is Bitcoin. I'm selling it all. And then we'll rinse and repeat that in the bear cycle. I'll take that capital. I'll wait for the market to come all the way down to where I think it's the bottom of that bear cycle, and I'll start buying again. In and out. Yeah. In and out and done. You're right, Heat. That's how you play this market. That's how you have to play this market. This is no longer a holder's market, Heat. It's not. You have to get out. Get out. I mean, literally, guys, I'm telling you, it's, I am done. This market goes to the top where I think it's the top. I'm gonna come right on here and I'm gonna tell you guys, I think that we're getting close to the top. I'm gonna start selling off. I would tell you guys that, like, you guys know how I am. I'll be like, I'm getting ready to get out. And it is what it is. I mean, I'm even low market cap plays that I'm in. I'm in some low market cap plays. I'll bring one up to you guys in a minute that I got in yesterday that I think is going to run. But I'm telling you, even my low market cap plays, done. Boom. I'm pulling trigger on them. Boom, boom, boom. And devs get mad, they do whatever. Oh, somebody's dumping the chart. Yeah, that's me taking my damn money. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting paid. You know what I mean? I bought in. I'm taking my money. It's like it's my money and I want it now. And when it's time for me to cash out, I'm cash out. So it is what it is, man. I'm telling you guys, pull the trigger, man. Pull the damn trigger. 4.5 trillion market cap is a signal. It is, because we've struggled at 4.5 trillion. Selma. That we struggled right there, right? We've been there before, right? We struggled, right? We struggled at $4.5 trillion. 4.5. It's about to get real. Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. At 4.5 trillion, you better have an exit plan. Because the worst thing that somebody could come on this channel and say, after all this is said and done, right? After this bull market is said and done, right? The one thing that I don't want anybody ever to come on this channel and say is, I round trip my bag. I round trip my bag. I didn't make money and I round trip my bag. And now I'm upside down. Because we're giving you the signals, right? We're telling you, don't round trip anything. We're telling you 4.5 trillion is that point where everything, you're going to hit that parabolic run, and you're probably going to go up to about 7 to 8 trillion, right? At that point, you're going to see institutions start to flow money into crypto. You're going to see retail start to FOMO in the little bit of money that they do have. They don't have much, but you'll see retail really start to FOMO in at that point, right? They'll start to really come in. That needs to be your exit. When it gets up, when you got to have an exit plan, and I'm telling you, I'm following the money. So the crypto that I hold is literally the ones that institutions are investing in. A lot of them are sitting here on the screen right now in green. Up on the year. Look at XLM, up 221%. 221% on the year. XLM, Ondo, and I'm going to say Chainlink right now are probably the three. No, I'm going to take that back. XLM, Ondo, and AVAX, I believe, are the three cryptocurrencies, my top three cryptocurrencies right now, that I think that people that are undervalued and that people are sleeping on, that the bull run, when it comes, is going to catch them by a surprise. And I'll throw fourth in there is Aerodrome Finance. And I've been preaching to you guys about Aerodrome forever. And I'm telling you that them projects right there are undervalued. I think XRP's price right now at if it can get back up to 250, is probably right where it needs to be for the moment. For the moment, right? I'm not saying that that's where it needs to stay, but what I'm saying is for the moment, where we are in the market, their price is probably right where it needs to be, right? HBAR, for the moment, for where we are, its price is probably right where it needs to be. They're performing at the level in which you would expect them to perform in the market where we are, right? Crow, same thing. They're performing right there where they need to be, right? But when you talk about XLM, I think that they're not performing as well. I think that they're being suppressed right now, right? Ondo, we talk about all the time being suppressed. We just pulled an article up that Ondo's getting ready to go on Chainlink for institutional investment. So I think that they're undervalued right now. AVAX, I believe, is undervalued for two reasons. One, because AVAX will be the largest gaming blockchain out there. And gaming is not going to be a huge runner in this bull run, but understand that that's going to be the biggest blockchain out there for gaming. And also, you're starting to see a crap ton of RWAs launched on AVAX. And Aerodrome, it's simple. It's simple. They're launching RWAs. They hold 70 to 75% of all bases liquidity. And Coinbase is about to launch a token. So Ondo is going to end up holding about 70 to 75% of that token because they hold about 70 to 75% of the liquidity. And people are just sleeping on it. So it's simple. It's simple. Michael, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. People make this thing harder than what it is, right? They make it harder than what it is. It's not that hard, right? The other one that I think is extremely undervalued and really undervalued at this point in the market right now, I think it took a bigger pullback than what it should have during this last pullback. I think it pulled back more than what it should have. Is Quant, QNT right here. When we look at it on the year, it's up 32.9%. Extremely undervalued for where we are in the market. Sitting at $81. Why is it undervalued, right? Because without Quant and without Chainlink, none of this financial system works. None of this whole blockchain banking financial system works. None of it works. None of it comes together. None of it works. Blockchains can't talk to each other on a big institutional level. None of it. None of it works without them. And Pyth is starting to come along over there on a Solana network. So Pyth is starting to enter that conversation. Not as big as Quant, not as big as Chainlink. I think Pyth's biggest move is going to be in the next bull run. I think you'll see Pyth make a run like Chainlink in the next bull run. You think Quant's a spam coin? I don't know. It's undervalued right now. Pyth, yeah, Pyth, Curtis. I think Pyth's biggest run is going to be the next. I think it'll make a run. I think it's going to make a run in this bull run, but I think you're going to see that massive run in that next bull run. I do. I believe in that project. Yeah, Ondo is now cross-chained on BNB. So yeah, I mean they made that move a while ago. They made that move a little bit ago, but the biggest move that Ondo made this week is going over to Chainlink because now it's everywhere. It's literally interoperable everywhere. So that's the move. But so when we talk about blockchains, and we've started to dabble into this a little bit here the past couple weeks on my feelings about this. When we talk about blockchains, we can talk about XRP, we can talk about HBAR, we can talk about XLM, we can talk about Swift, we can talk about all of that, right? We can talk about JP Morgan, we can talk about the other banks that are getting ready to launch a blockchain. We can talk about all that, right? Them blockchains don't talk to each other publicly and privately without Chainlink and without Quant and Pyth over there on Solana, right? Them blockchains don't come together and communicate with each other without them tools, right? So when you think about it from a pure financial aspect of moving money around the world, if Bank of America, I'm going to give you an example, right? And this is just example. So don't fill my chat up with saying, well, Bank of America doesn't do this and Wells Fargo doesn't do this and the Bank of England doesn't do that. I'm giving you an example. So Bank of America is using XRP and Wells Fargo is using Ethereum and the Bank of England is using HBAR. Well, guess what can't happen without Chainlink, Quant, or Pyth? Bank of America can't send money to the Bank of England because the Bank of England's not running on an XRPL like Bank of America is. So you have to have this middle ground in order to make them two talk to each other. And that's Chainlink, Quant, and soon to be Pyth, getting ready to move up in that ground. And Wells Fargo can't talk to Bank of America because they're on Ethereum and they're on the XRPL without the bridge, without the middleman to make them all come together. So you can talk about these blockchains all you want, but if they're not linked together, they're only worth who's using them, right? But once you link them together, now all of a sudden you can start moving this liquidity around. You can start moving transactions around. You can start moving in and out of different liquidity, and you can start, tapping into different things. And that's where Chainlink and that's where Quant and that's where Pyth is getting ready. It is everything. That's how the system works. And without that system working that way, you're not getting anywhere. You're not doing anything. So that's the deal. That's why it's so important. And that's not something that a lot of people will explain to you. A lot of people will say, "Oh my God, it's about HBAR. It's about XRP. It's about this blockchain. It's about that blockchain. It's about Swift. It's about how they communicate with each other. It's literally about how they talk to each other. It's literally about, can I go to my Bank of America and can I transfer money to my family who uses JP Morgan and get it over there on a back end and not have to worry about whether or not they're using XRP or Ethereum or Solana or whatever other blockchain it is. It's just like, make it happen in the background and make these things talk to each other. And that's just how it is, right? So everybody wants to pit each blockchain against each other. And it's really not a competition of blockchains. The blockchain, if it's not talking to other blockchains, it's worthless. It's worthless. Because the only people that is going to be able to transact on that blockchain are other people on the other end who are using that same blockchain. You're spinning your wheels. You're not going anywhere. BlackRock and Ripple are the Batman and Robin. BlackRock is the beginning, middle, and end, and everybody else is just following along. BlackRock is running the crypto market right now. If you don't believe me, then just go look at the holdings, right? So, Ripple's biggest acquisition and Ripple's biggest move was buying the Evergreen, Evertrust, or whatever it is. That was their biggest move. Everything else doesn't mean shit. That move right there literally changed the trajectory of Ripple. I don't want to say, when you talk about Ripple and you talk about XRP, you have to talk about them in two separate. I talk about them separately because they're not the same. You have Ripple, the company, and XRP as a stepbrother of the company. It's just a piece of the company. That's all it is. It's just a piece. So not everything that Ripple does is going to benefit XRP. So you have to be careful when you talk about Ripple and you talk about XRP, because there's certain things that Ripple's going to do that don't benefit the XRP holder, right? There's just certain acquisitions they're going to make that just doesn't benefit XRP. And a lot of people will, you know, they put peanut butter and jelly on that, and they want to make you feel good and pat you on the back of the head and say, you know, everything that Ripple does is benefit XRP. That's just not the case. That's just not the case. Because if it was, XRP would already be sitting at $7. You know, it's just not the case. But I think the trust itself that they just bought, I think that benefits the XRP holders. And I think that's why you see the price come up where it's going, is because that legitimately that benefits the XRP holders. Jelly, jelly been been sending this. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Like I'm bullish about where we are right now though, because I look at this whole pullback as a reset. You know what I mean? Look at that. We're green on the hour, baby. See, look at, I talked enough. We're green, baby. We're green on the hour. Let's go. Let's make this money on this Friday, baby. Let's make this money. Let's do this. Let's go. Where we at? Bitcoin over 110. Over 110 and a half, baby. We running. Let's go. Get your track shoes out. We running on a Friday morning. Ethereum sitting at 3,800. Still lagging behind the market a little bit. Speaking of XRP made it back over 250. Told you guys that was a key threshold for XRP right there. 250. Needed to get back over there. It made it back over there by a penny. Let's see if we can hold that, baby. Where's my baby Solana at? Where's my baby Solana? 188.75. Let's go. Love it. Let's go. Let's do this. We back moving this morning, man. Everybody's waking up, taking the sleepies out of their eyes, putting their money in the market. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. So I told you guys I bring you guys a project I got into yesterday. White Monkey on BNB. Sitting at 5.3 million right now. Definitely looks like it's holding strong right now. I like the project. I think it's going to go somewhere. No, this is not a paid advertisement. I'm just telling you guys what I got in yesterday. So White Monkey here. Definitely like it. Launched by a dev that actually launched a couple other projects that did pretty well. So I'm in here. I'm in here, baby. I'm in here. Let's go. Let's see. I got in probably like way down here. I got in down here. But I think that this thing will do all at 10 mil, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes, right? But I think it'll do all at 10 to 15 mil. So we'll see. I'm in it for the ride. Let's ride this, baby. See where we're at. Okay, I always like to check on these projects, just see where my peeps are at. I'm not invested in this thing. 5.3 million for X Cellular. Oh boy, that thing still looks like a shit storm. X Cellular, that thing still looks like a shit show. You guys know I'm high on the Solana play right here too. Hyperswap, love Hyperswap, sitting at 748K right now. These guys are about to come out with a perp dex that's if you go to their X page, they're about to come out with a perp dex that's about to smash. If they can pull it off, it's about to smash some of these other perp decks that they're doing some shit over there. You got to go check their X page out. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and run it all down to you because hey, the motherfuckers don't pay me to. But I'm just telling you to go check out their perp decks. And go check out their X page. They're about to do, if they can pull it off, they're about to do some shit. But yeah, this is one of the new memes I got in. White Monkey, but rest assured, baby. These are some meme coins. This one's over here on BNB actually. But yeah, these are some meme plays right here. And like I said, we ain't round tripping no bags, baby. So we'll get in, make our money, we'll get the fuck out. Get the deuces, baby. Get the deuces. Get in, make your money, and get the deucing on them. You think it's pumping? You think it's pumping, but be careful. Yeah, be careful. You got to be careful with this market right now, right? So no, Junior, I agree. You got to be careful. So I'll tell you guys exactly how I'm playing this market, and then I'll get out of here because I got to go do some stuff. Exactly how I'm playing this market is, you guys know I'm leverage trading this market, right? So what I'm doing right now is I'll take short trades, right? I'll get in, I'll get out, I'll get back in, I'll get back out. Get in, I'm in, I'm out. I'm in and out of the market, in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm not staying in long-term leverage trades like for 2 or 3 days. Like I'm literally, I'll go in. I may go into the same project on a leverage trade 3 to 4 times a day. You know what I mean? And that would have been a leverage trade that I would have sat in for a day or two, right? But because of the volatility of this market, and because the market in general is not trading off of fundamentals, we're really trading off news, right? We're really trading off of news here and there. Um, you can't feel comfortable just taking a long or taking a short and letting it sit there, right? You have to be able to get in and get out. But if you're holding, if you're a spot holder, right, what you should be doing right now is, for every single pullback, you should be adding to your bag, right? Every single pullback you add to your bag. And then let's say you add XRP right now, right? At 250, right? Everything you're adding at this point at 250, you should be keeping that running tab, and at $5, you should be dumping it, right? Because that's a 2x for you, at least dump it half, right? So everything you're buying right now, you should be saying, okay, this is my $5 bag, right? This is my $5. Everything you were buying at $1.50, you should be at that $3. You should be taking half off the table, right? So as a spot trader right now, you should be really looking at what you're buying and going, okay, I'm taking this off the table at this amount, at this amount. So uh DRB passing out passing out comedy. Yo, I'm passing out comedy, yeah. Hey, yo, man. Hey, it is what it. I'm passing out candy. I mean, yeah, I'm passing out candy at Halloween to all the little kiddies in the neighborhood. All the little kiddies. Yo, stop by DG's house, man. I got candy bars, got M&Ms, got candy bars, got stuff, stuff. Come on through, baby. Come on through. Come knock at the door, say trick or treat, smell my feet. I got to give you some of that candy. But all right, y'all, we out of here on this Friday, man. Friday looks good. Friday looks good. I like where we're at on Friday. I like where we're headed into the weekend. I would love to see Bitcoin make a push up to around 112 today, because we have that Friday afternoon pullback. I'd like to see us get up to around 112 today, so that we can kind of see if we can hold 112 today, to see if we can hold 110 over the weekend. I think that's a good spot. What's up, Big Watch dude? What's going on, dog? What's going on, baby? How are you? I'm passing out MMAI. Yo, I got MMAI NFTs, man. I was selling them to anybody for exactly what I paid for them. And actually, I'll give you a 10% discount of what I paid for them. And that'll be the deal of the century right there. If you need one, go ahead and hit me up in the DMs. I'll be more than happy to sell that one to you, man. And I'll even give you a 10% off holiday sale today. Holly, good morning. What was we saying? In XRP. What was he saying about XRP? I just telling people, they should have XRP strategy, right? So if you're buying XRP right now at 250, you should be taking half of your money off the table at $5. You know what I mean? No round tripping, man. No round tripping. And anything that you're buying right now, you should have an extra strategy of at a 2x taking half off the table, or swiping the whole bag. If a 2x is good enough for you, just go ahead and swipe the whole bag, but don't round trip anything. And that's what it is, and that's what we do here. We take profits, baby, profits, because it's not your money until it's in your bank account, baby. Profits, 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 profits. That's it. That somebody should make a rap song about profits, 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 baby. Yo, happy Halloween, baby. Enjoy your day. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I got payroll to do. I got stuff to take care of. I gotta go make that money, baby. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Have a great weekend. Bye.